Tell me when you're good.
Good.
Okay, awesome. Hello, I'm Han and I'm with
Alex.
Alex. What year are you right now?
I'm a senior, 4th year.
So Alex, what would you say is your favorite thing at Cornell?
So I think my favorite thing at Cornell is Green Club. We're a non-profit that we started about a year ago. What we do is we help students reduce their carbon footprint. We enable you and connect you to projects that are reducing CO2 emissions, like planting trees, reforestation projects. And so when you sign up with Green Club, you commit to supporting that project each month. And then in return, you get access to a whole bunch of discounts with things on campus like free bus rides, 20% off the Cornell store, and then discounts with over 10 other companies, including restaurants and shops in Ithaca as well.
That's awesome.
So it's a great way for, we think it's a great way for students to reduce their footprint, but also to save money at the same time.
What would you say is your favorite class here at Cornell?
Oh, that's a great question. My favorite class, I think so far, is my Introduction to Computer Science class. I thought it was a great experience learning how to program in Python, which is a skill that I've used every single year in my internships. So I think it's been the most useful class and honestly one of the funnest classes I've taken.
What about the worst thing at Cornell?
Oh, wow. Can we take a cut here? How real do we want to get? Like, is it like a lighthearted video, or should we make a joke about it, or?
So, I mean, like, I think there's a point in which it's like we're trying to get people to come to Cornell for one part, but also there's a part where we want to be as honest as possible. So,
got it.
Like, use your discretion to what you think. Like, don't say like everything's shit. I mean, because like,
no, I wasn't gonna say that. Cause I could have been like, oh, you know, it's like the weather or something.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, no, everyone.
But I was
that.
like, oh, I feel like there's like some cultural issues with like students being over free professional. I don't know if like that.
That's that's fine.
No, that's fair. Yeah, that's totally fair.
Okay, yeah,
awesome.
let's do that. Okay,
awesome. Okay, so what would you say is the worst thing on campus?
So I think one of the toughest things about campus is that you have a lot of really ambitious people here, and I think that there can be a culture and also a stress in keeping up that ambition and overachieving. It's been great because it's pushed me to do things that I wouldn't have done if I weren't at Cornell, but I think also at times you can feel like you have to compensate, you have to catch up to others. So one of the biggest things for me over my 4 years here has been learning how to do things that I want to do on my own time, and really taking that in stride. I think I struggled with that like sophomore year a little bit, where I was following others, not sure what I wanted to do. But as I've gotten older and as I've gotten more used to understanding myself, understanding what I want to do, I've gained a lot of confidence in pursuing my interests instead of pursuing what other people tell me that I should be interested in. I think it's a challenge, maybe not just at Cornell, but maybe in growing up. But I think in this community, which is relatively like a bubble, a bit isolated, you're in Ithaca, a lot of ambitious people, it can feel extra difficult to find your own path. But I think it's a really important thing. I think it's possible here, but it can be challenging.
Absolutely. What's a typical day like for you here on campus?
Typical day like? So I'm in my 4th year now, so I'm not in too many classes, only in 3 classes really. So it's like maybe 1 class a day, but a lot of the rest of my time is spent doing stuff, pursuing things I like. So I spend a lot of time with Green Club. We partner with a lot of companies, so we spend a lot of time talking with them, creating marketing material and other content. And I also do research around sustainability on campus, so I am in my lab in Upson Hall quite a bit, and that's one of my favorite parts about Cornell is that as an undergrad here, you can do so many different things. Professors are willing to help you get involved in research, they're willing to help you with your like nonprofit, and it's because of that support that I'm able to spend less time in class, but more time doing things I like to do.
Awesome. What about the weekends?
Weekends depends. I think as I've gotten older, I've also like strayed away from the party scene, and now most of my weekends are spent with like friends, small groups, hanging out. One of our goals this semester is to visit every single bar in Ithaca. There's a lot of like towny, small little joints. We went to one the other weekend. We got in, it was karaoke night, and there were a whole bunch of local Ithacans singing, playing guitar, and it was a total surprise, and it was awesome to see that small town culture really shine through. So now my favorite thing to do on the weekends is to explore Ithaca, hang out with small groups of friends, getting drinks at bars. Yeah.
And what are your plans after graduation?
So after graduation, I'll be going to San Francisco to work in consulting. I plan to start my own startup there relatively soon after leaving college. Beyond that, I'm not too sure. Trying to keep my options open.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And lastly, what advice or things would you say to high school students who are looking to apply to Cornell?
I think if you can come to Cornell, it's great because it'll open a lot of doors for you. But I also truly believe that wherever you end up going, you'll be able to find yourself, find the opportunities you want there. And so I think this is a great school. I think you can get done what you want to get done here, but it's also definitely not the only option, and I encourage students to apply, but ultimately, wherever they end up, they'll do great, and so don't worry too much about it.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, Alex.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks so much, Matt.